Oh, it's live, pal.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Bloody hell, you want to hitch yourself to this caboose? You're in for a bumpy ride.
I hate your hat. I hate your t-shirts. I hate your wristbands. I hate your shoes. I hate your music. I hate the C Nation.
And then you want to walk back in here and call this place your home? This is not your home. This is my home.
Well, you don't know who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the best in the world.
You get what you have earned, and what you have earned is nothing.
This ain't no disco, ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Tell him to say it to my face. Say it to my face, Bill Goldberg.
Hello, everyone. Welcome 3 Count Thursday. We are live. It is June the 12th, 2025. We're glad to be back with you for another week. Make sure you are following, subscribing, liking, sharing on all of our social media at 3 Count Thursday, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Blue Sky, TikTok, Twitter as well. Make sure you do rate and review on the podcast platforms, and tell your friends, get them involved, and get them to show up as well. We would certainly appreciate that. You can make sure you grab our merch over on our T Public store. I have a couple of new things up over there as well. So there may be a sale today. If not, there'll probably be a sale coming up here soon. That is a T Public thing. So make sure you go grab your merch over there. And,
Today.
Yes, Mark, today. Thank you. Thank you for that. Would appreciate the support there and do that. Devin checking in with us. He's currently on the road, so he won't be commenting. Well, you're already commenting if you're on the road, so knock it off.
He's probably stopped at a rest stop, Jimmy.
It's illegal now in the state. You actually can get a ticket, I believe.
Good.
Or if you have your phone in your hand while driving.
Even if you're stopped.
No, it's at any point. Any point while the car is in like drive or anything. You can't have it in your hand. But you can also call us on the voicemail, 717-473-7833. You can leave us one for Tuesday show, the Thursday show. Would appreciate to hear from you. Would certainly like that. But gang's all here. Everybody's back. We'll start with Ryan.
Hello, Smokey.
Nah, not this time.
I didn't. You did that. Why are you? Nope. See,
You're a son of a bitch, Jim.
I didn't do it.
I knew it. That's all right. I know who did it.
I didn't do it.
I know who did it. You do it every single week. I was prepared, and I unmuted myself this time for it.
That's not
I'm good.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad. Welcome back, Matt.
You all right, sir?
It's good to be back. Sucks that Devin's not going to be here, so see how it is. But otherwise, yeah, good to return, talk some wrestling, and ignore Mark.
I'd like to think Devin is still listening, but just can't comment, so we can still punch down.
Fuck you, Devin.
He's probably out hiding money.
Hiding money?
Hiding.
Mark, you can't do that.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Tim.
You all right, sir?
I'm good. Glad to be here. Let's get the show on the road.
Good. And Mark?
You all right, sir?
I'm okay. Hi, boys. Now listen. Say it to my face, Jim. Bill Goldberg. Now listen, that would be a great shirt, Jimmy. Can't hide money. We're going to come up with a nice design, and it's going to take off like a rocket ship. I'm good. It's great to be back, everybody. It's good to see Matthew. Hi, boys. Matt spent the week in Dutch Wonderland, I understand.
That's correct.
Met the princess.
He met the princess. He had a good time. He saw Duke the Dragon. He was in Duke's Lagoon, I understand.
Well, that's naturally where Duke would be.
He's in his lagoon with the professor and Marianne.
Wait, I thought Matt was in the lagoon. So Duke was in Duke's lagoon, but Matt was not in Duke's lagoon.
Matt was in a lagoon as well, I understand.
What lagoon would I be in if not Duke's, Mark? Your story is just full of holes.
Yeah, what other lagoon is there at Dutch Wonderland?
Well, they have pretty good-sized potholes down there that could double as a lagoon.
It's actually not wrong.
No.
Yeah.
I hate him so much.
They double as a lagoon. Hello.
Mark,
Well,
have
it's
you?
nice to have
When was the
everybody-
last time? When was the last time you were at Dutch Wonderland?
Oh, it was back when
Well, not since the incident, right?
2000. It was when Hector was a pup. When I was leaving, I accidentally cut somebody off, and they yelled at me, and I yelled back at them. I didn't really yell; I just mouthed words at them as I drove by.
That's very Mark coded.
It's so Mark.
Yes, and I acted like I was angry at it. And then I made a right out on Route 30 and went home.
Which
Easy
everyone knows
drive.
is right down the street from Philly.
It is an easy drive.
It is.
Right around
Yeah,
the corner.
it's easy drive.
Right. It's
Well,
right.
back then you did, but
It's actually me and Matt are just going this Sunday, I believe. Or is that this weekend, Matt? Right? We're going just south and west of Dutch Wonderland to catch a Phillies game.
to the Phillies.
We're gonna
Who do they play this weekend?
The
Blue Jays.
the
I
Bluebirds.
was gonna say the Detroit Tigers. So
Close. I mean,
It's about
Detroit
the
and
same
Toronto
team.
are not that far from each other.
right.
Oh,
You
beautiful
hate
timing.
Tigers. You hate birds. It's the same team.
Yes.
I mean, I don't hate birds. I've never encountered a tiger.
Okay,
but
let's not act like you don't. Okay, do you like tigers?
I'm not a fan. It's a big, dangerous cat.
See? You know why? Because Big Jim
It's a
can't change his,
cat.
he can't change his stripes, Smokey. Just like a tiger.
It's a big cat that will kill you.
Okay, it will
No.
maul you. You may survive.
It'll
I
probably-
don't know that I'd want to.
They'll probably have
survive.
breakfast
You-
with
you-
me first.
You've not seen the videos of the tigers just getting loved on and petted like
They're big
big old
pussy
house cats.
Right?
Yeah,
Have you
but-
not seen Tiger King? I mean,
but
other than
Tiger
the
King's
part that
fine.
like the guy lost the guy lost his arm or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly.
Risky run.
No, I've seen Tiger King. Wasn't it also a tiger that killed the Siegfried and Roy guy?
They were
No, I don't
fighting
know.
with tigers.
I think it was a dingo.
Kill him, but it attacked him.
Right, mauled him, Jim.
Right.
Maul-
But
He
that
died
doesn't
of old
mean
age.
yeah, and pit bulls have lockjaw, but that doesn't mean that they're all bad dogs.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
Well, Jim, perhaps it was a dingo. A dingo mauled your Siegfried.
That
It
was
was a dingo.
That
You should not have made that joke.
Siegfried.
He's out here and
Blue Jays. Yes, that's
did he
right.
warm
Blue
up
Jays
before
are
stretching?
ornery. Yeah, that was no good.
Siegfried.
That was no good.
I never really thought about it, but is that how you spell ornery?
That's a good question. Is
Uh,
It just doesn't look like it's right, correct?
I think it's like it looks like it's spelled ornery, right?
I think there's an E there.
Yeah.
Although ornery, it looks like phonically it would be
According
ornery.
to Google AI, ornery is a spelling of ornery.
Okay.
Oh,
So you can use that spelling.
okay. So it's
What about
ornery,
Siegfried?
not ornery.
Sigroid.
Ornery. Well, it is ornery or ornery.
Oh.
There should just be a
just like literally or figuratively.
I'll tell you what. I said in the group chat the other day I was trying to learn Spanish, and that lasted about 3 hours.
Ryan, you and I took high school Spanish together.
I stopped after Spanish 2.
To be fair, I stopped after German too. So
Yeah, you would take German. That says a lot about
If you'd have stuck with it, you'd have been a very important person in 2025. I'm just saying.
well, it's probably good I didn't. But yeah,
You have to get a little
Let me did.
mustache.
Jim, what's
me
your favorite
and-
Rammstein song?
Probably the Blitzkrieg.
Hail
Bop.
to the chief.
The Blitzkrieg Bop. Yep, that's my favorite Rammstein song.
I knew it.
That's the
Well,
one.
it's a cover, naturally.
Cousin Brian said he was about to leave before being exonerated.
I wasn't trying to kick you out. It just looked weird to me. I don't think I've ever written out the word ornery.
No, I don't
Like
think
that's
I
a word my grandmother used to say to me, and it stopped with her. So
Don't be ornery, Smokey. Smokey, don't be ornery.
that's pretty much how it was.
Ornery Smokey.
She called me by my birth name, but
Smokey. Yes.
she would have adapted to Smokey, I'm sure.
Smokey. Hi, Smokey. Come here, Smokey.
Does anybody else in your family call you it because of us?
My brother does. My niece calls me Smoke.
Good.
Smoke is,
Ever called
I
you-
like Smoke way better than Smokey.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever used that nickname.
No, probably not. Matt's more of a formal friend, which I appreciate.
Good friend.
Yeah, I've definitely.
I always felt bad whenever I called Matthew Hugh and played off of Mark's stupidity. Like I hate doing it.
I wouldn't have done that.
Well, that's giving Mark more power,
and I've stopped.
Yeah.
Which is
And then you did.
I wasn't going to, and then right.
Well, then he didn't have a choice.
But
all right. Well,
Smokey didn't even get the whole way over.
Mark, who did you steal the butt thing from?
Oh, that was from Harry. That's from a Harry tale. Cousin Brian's trying to put it together for you.
I don't hear that much.
Yeah, you do.
The thing that makes me mad is I don't
told
even.
you.
The thing that makes me mad is I don't even want to know what a Harry tale is.
Yes,
you
do.
know what a Harry tale is, Jim.
Harry tales. Sundays at Harry.
Jim's more into the hairy toes than the hairy tail.
God.
Yeah, he's all about the Harry toes.
That doesn't.
Why?
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, we are at week 23 of the
Lion.
It is flying by.
Dog.
And we'll start with Mark.
Yes, that way Tim can't steal my picks.
Something like
Take
that.
that, Tim. You're nothing but a pick stealer.
He absolutely can steal your
Kiss my fucking ass. Jesus Christ.
Tim is not fucking around this week. He's just already sick of it.
He's upset. Mark, where would we take him?
I'd go to the vet.
Why would I take you to the vet, Tim? You're a human being, not an animal.
Well, I'm upset, Mark.
What's that have to do with the veterinarian office?
I don't know, Mark. You've just programmed me to just say the dumbest things.
Because they rhyme, Tim. You're forgetting the answers, Tim. They
No,
rhyme.
you've brainwashed me. You know, I've been watching Severance a lot, and I really need to get severed for this podcast. I would be so much happier if when the red light came on, I just flickered and I forgot everything else. And then when we were done, I would go back and Mark would only live in this universe for 1 hour and like 15 minutes of my effing week. But instead, he haunts me.
Tim, you need a hug.
I don't. I need to take a gummy right
Tim,
now.
you don't look like somebody that enjoys hugs. Is that correct?
I love hugs.
Really?
What's wrong with a
Hug
hug?
the shit out of me, bro.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
you need to have another hang so I can just hug Tim. I don't know if I've ever.
Look, the only reason I handshake
I never
everybody.
thought you were a hugman.
No, the only reason I handshake all you guys is because we never established a bro down hug sesh.
Jim,
No,
he's
I
always
will-
been a hugger tug guy.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I always go the ladder on that one. If somebody's
Hug
offered.
me up, Jack.
Yeah, I don't.
Jim,
We've never approached the hug conversation.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well,
I
gotta
like
start,
that.
I'm gonna start giving hugs out.
Big Jim will hug and then he
Yeah.
does the rub. I like the hug with the rub.
No, it's a pat. You don't
I
do
don't
the
think you
rub.
got, the rub seems odd to
Yeah,
do.
you don't do the rub. You don't do
we
the
go
rub.
up to the rub.
I mean, if I got the hug and rub, I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean,
be opposed to it, but I'd be like, hey, let's not do that next time.
Well, like I assume, like if you're rubbing your buddy, it's kind of like when you do the handshake and you do the little palm
Slip the
tickle.
fingy.
Yeah, like I assume that's what the rub with your buddies is when you're hugging them.
What do you mean you slip a finger in?
Whoops.
That was
See,
so
when you go in with a handshake, you slip, you bend a digit.
You do the
whether
little,
it's
middle
second
finger.
or the ring finger, and you get it in between the hand.
I'm
and
a
then
middle
you
finger man when
massage
I
their
do that.
palm.
When I finger my friends, I use the middle finger.
Always use the middle finger.
1544. Write that down.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't think I use. I don't think I ever do the.
It's kind of like this number, Ryan. Of
Oh,
the
yeah.
old, but in a
Well,
handshake. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. We still have the soundbite of Smokey's been in there that Mark did.
The what?
Maybe do we? No.
Could be Smokey's anus.
No.
Smokey rubbed off on me.
Yeah, this one.
Smokey rubbed off on me.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the one that you're talking about.
From when Ryan was talking about the ice cream, the Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh no, I don't think I have that one. I have.
Smokey's been in there.
We'll have to find that one because it sounds like it's a good one. But I have Ryan doing this one.
My finger can go inside.
What about what he does with the olives? Olive.
Why don't he doesn't scream olive?
And you suck the little thing out. You got to suck on it for a little bit.
Nothing wrong with sucking on olive.
No, I like an olive. I really do. They're salty. Anyway, Mr. Iguana.
Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of olives, I left some grapes out in the yard. I got to get them.
Hey, that's raisins, you dumb idiot.
I left a box of grapes out there.
What are you just out in your backyard eating grapes?
I had a box of cotton candy grapes, and they're sitting out there now. I can see them from the window.
So full disclosure, and I need to say this right now.
Okay, hold on.
because
I love it. I'm
Ryan.
gonna override you real quick. Cotton candy grapes dried out would make cotton candy raisins, and why isn't that a thing? Go ahead, Tim.
Well, it should be now.
Mark's making them. Hello, Universal. Oh God, a Universal. We can't play the music now, right?
I don't think
is that like the Universal?
Devin, first off, swearing happens at a Wawa. Grow the fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not at Wawa.
Also, buy some headphones.
Hi, everybody at Wawa.
Yeah. By the way,
Hi, everybody.
Hey, those are my grapes. I'll be out for them.
3countthursday.com.
He's yelling at the squirrel, probably.
I'll get them in a few.
So before the show, Ryan said, quote, I will be the Scottie Pippen to Mark's Michael Jordan of chaos.
Yeah, I almost said Michael Jackson in error.
That's true. It's hard to get the greatest of all time confused. And it only took a quarter of the episode for Ryan to question his existence from just something that Mark said.
Smokey.
Well, that happens. Mark, you're wrestler of the week, please, Mark.
He's just a Smokey. Thinks that I am the one. But that podcast is a lot of fun.
I'm going to quit.
I love you. Blanket.
He says blanket.
I hate him so much.
All right. So this wrestler of the week, Tim, this was a tough week. Honestly. Now, if you haven't been watching wrestling, we had Money in the Bank. And then we had Naomi could have potentially been a wrestler of the week. We had that Seth freaking Raleigh could have been wrestler of the week. He won the men's Money in the Bank. And who saw Gunther?
I like when Seth is on top.
Gunther came back and won the title off of Jey main event Uso. Who saw that happening? And then we had R-Truth. We're going to talk about him later, folks. But R-Truth, or Ron Killings, came back unexpectedly.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I think a lot of people saw Gunther winning the championship if you pay attention to any sort of WWE rumors for next week's Raw.
Yes. Maybe I didn't pay attention to next week's Raw. I focused on this week. I take it one Raw at a time. But anyway, wrestler of the week.
Tom brings up a great point in the comment. If it's Philly Wawa and swearing's the worst thing to happen, it's a good day.
He's not wrong.
He is not.
He ain't lying.
Welcome
He
in,
ain't lying.
Tom.
Tom knows what's up.
Effort of Walmart.
Then he did. But the my wrestler of the week is not any of the above mentioned there, Timothy. Tim, I'm going with Mr. Iguana.
Jesus, all of that to get to the same effing answer.
And of course, he do the stupid tongue out too.
Okay, this is going to sound like an odd question. Is that as far as you can stick your tongue out, Mark? Because you look to have a very weak jaw.
I have a weak jaw. That's what they called me in high school. There's old weak jaw. Hi, boys.
Okay, you're not even trying anymore.
He's worn out. It's been a long week.
there.
Matt, you're a wrestler of the week, please.
Hi there.
Naomi, short and sweet.
Holy cats.
Thank
I
you.
worked with a poor woman whose tongue stuck out.
Jim,
she would say,
Put your former coworkers on blast for their differences.
And of course,
tongue would
and
stick out.
the worst part is the people that he probably got fired that he's now
No.
making fun of publicly on
Right.
a podcast.
Right, poor Susan's in the damn unemployment office. Like,
Poor woman.
poor
She
woman.
smoked like a demon, too. I'll tell you what.
We have a new world champion in our house and in the WWE. It's got to be Big Goon in this house.
Hi there. Did you ever hear her read numbers, Smokey? She sounded so sexy till you saw her.
Oh my god!
I'm fairly certain you can't say that about coworkers.
Three.
I mean,
I'm
it was a
fairly
different time.
Well, she's not a coworker anymore.
Now, she might be deceased for all I know.
Good Lord, Mark.
She smoked like a demon.
Oh, she smoked like a freaking demon. I'm telling you, she did.
Tim,
I also have Mr. Iguana. Wrap it up.
all right, perfect. Let's let Mark put the stamp on it.
Can we play Carmen Chameleon?
Your wrestler of the week.
Can't talk during your bit, Mark. Play it again.
Oh God, one more time. Wait.
That was your wrestler of the week.
There we go. All right, thank you.
So
Thank you.
Wawa bathroom. Let's make this the most inappropriate 3-count episode we've ever had.
Oh, let's do it.
Mark's already talking about a dead woman's tongue, so I
Poor
think
woman's tongue.
I think we've already hit that.
Yeah.
We've already hit that.
Yeah, that tongue. I
Wait,
bet.
so you are listening to us right now in the bathroom of a Wawa, Devin. Is that correct? And you have us just playing openly?
He's got his pants around his ankles.
Getting busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Getting busy in the Burger King bathroom.
Hey,
I use a word that don't mean nothing, like looping.
Like Mark alluded to in one of his incoherent ramblings of the night, R-Truth is back in the WWE. Ron Killings, as he's no longer R-Truth, made his return at Money in the Bank and came out on Monday Night Raw to kind of explain a little bit about what happened on Saturday. And, you know, last week we were on the show hypothesizing where outside of WWE R-Truth could end up, and our videos on our YouTube page were out of date before they were even posted, pretty much. But I think the kind of question that has been birthed from this, is this a work? Was this a shoot? Was this a shoot that became a work? Was this a work that became a shoot? Is it somewhere in between? Thoughts on R-Truth, Ron Killings back in WWE?
the real answer is who gives a shit. That said, that makes really shitty audio. It's professional wrestling. Of course, this was a work.
Tim, you look like you disagree.
I completely disagree. And that's what I hate about it. Like, because if this is a work, this is the dumbest work ever. You are now using the contractual status of wrestlers as, like, not only that, you are feeding off of all of these, and I know we've joked about them for all the time, your Sean Ross Sapps, your Dave Meltzer types, like anyone from Pro Wrestling Insider to Raja and all in between, of people who dedicate their time to attempt to be as journalistic as possible on the world of pro wrestling. And then Triple H does the press conference and goes, "Hey, you enjoying the show? All a part of the show." When literally within 12 hours, R-Truth's kid is like, "Nah, he actually got fired." What does R-Truth's kid have to, like, why would he lie? Like,
let me counter that.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't he lie? Hey, man, I'm R-Truth. Hey, little kid, we're telling a story. I know it's not a little kid, but hey, we're telling a story here. Just send out a tweet and just be like, "Cap," and that's all you have to do. And then we're going to use the folks like Sean Ross Sapp and Dave Meltzer and Raj and all these other folks to just further this story, because people are going to believe what they say, because they 9 times out of 10 very truthful. I like Sean Ross Sapp. I believe most things he said. I believe he was told this was a shoot. I truly believe that.
Right, but in a way, it discredits every single wrestling news journalist who reported this to be factual.
Everybody gets it wrong sometimes. Fox, CNN, MSNBC, everybody gets it wrong sometimes.
But that's the dangerous slope that you're playing with.
Not in pro wrestling, it ain't.
But this is different because this is all, it's a predetermined world.
That's correct. And it was predetermined that we weren't going to let Truth go. We're going to let his contract expire, and we're going to bring him back. Dude, you said you're upset about the contracts of a professional wrestler. But professional wrestlers' jobs are to tell stories.
Correct. My problem is that Cody said, basically, we let him go. We heard you. We brought him back.
Right.
R-Truth said, y'all brought me back. Right. This, that, and the third. But Triple H goes, it's all a part of the show. So which is it? Did you get it wrong and fix it and bring him back? Or was he never gone? It's two stories. It's very misleading, and it's another gaffe of Triple H. Who, yes, gaffe. Do you know how much goodwill Triple H would have gotten if he'd have went into the press conference and been like, we released Ron Killings. We heard you. We got it wrong. We brought him back.
Remember
Instead,
my first answer.
He wanted
Tim?
to be snarky.
First, just to be right off the rip.
Agreed.
My first answer. That's
Yes.
the true answer. Again, doesn't fucking matter.
But if Triple H,
Triple H could earn so much fucking goodwill, then why didn't he just do that?
But
why
also,
would Triple H look like the heel and be like, "Are you just enjoying the show?"
Right. Also, if Triple H on Saturday says, "Yeah, hey, we got it wrong. We listened to you guys. We brought him back," that also takes some of the fire out of Ron Killings coming out of the crowd, hopping up on the announce table, and being like, "Don't anybody ever tell you that what you say doesn't matter? Like, I'm here because of you." So, like, it's him versus the machine now. He's driving, the machine isn't. So, like, if Triple H does what you want him to do, that undercuts the impact of what Ron Killing said on Monday on Raw, which I thought was was fantastic. And like when I think about, because we're doing the, is it what version of real are we believing? And in a different fashion, but somewhat similar, Montreal '97.
Oh God, a Bret Hart fan who can't fucking let that go.
but it's that similar situation of like what did Bret screw Bret or did Vince screw Bret, right? Like, did WWE release truth or was this part of the show all along? And that the beauty is nobody actually knows the answer.
What gets lost in the weeds is it wasn't even fucking released. He was just, his contract wasn't renewed, is what the story was.
I apologize. Yeah.
Correct.
So it's not like they did him dirty. He worked out his contract. That's how contracts work. So it's not even like, hey, the WWE released him and Triple H is such a bad guy for releasing. No, he just fucking worked his contract out. The contract that Truth signed and the WWE agreed to, they worked it out. The end.
And there's been instances in sports where, a team isn't going to, somebody's going to test the free agent market and they end up re-signing with the team they were just with.
Never happens.
I'm sure it happens.
Maybe.
Truth
was on Busted Open today.
I saw a little clip of that.
What the hell was that?
That was.
Thanks for joining us, Mark.
It sounded like a angelic harp.
I heard that. Did you not hear that, Jim?
I didn't hear it.
It was. I heard it. I heard it. Mark's not crazy.
Well, wouldn't go that far.
Well, I'm on the spectrum, they said.
Matt or Mark, any thoughts on the R-Truth situation?
Yes. Yeah. I believe it was as the kids say, a shoot that became a work. A shoot, Tim, that became a work, Matthew. I'm sorry if that upsets anyone.
Poor Matt's up here just minding his own fucking business.
Oh,
He gets
so good
brought
to
into your bullshit.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes.
You literally brought him into it.
Well, I think WWE dropped the ball. And they said, Lord Jesus, we dropped the ball.
Oh, my God.
And Triple H ran to the phone to call him.
No. You did this dumb gimmick last week.
I don't recall. Continue, Mark.
Oh, for God's sake.
Triple H ran to the phone. He didn't have no shoes or nothing on Tim. I mean, he ran for that phone. Triple H has bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that, Tim. Hello.
Is that like your reset button?
Yes.
Like when you've gone too far away
hello.
from reality, you just hello and you're back.
I know, and I'm not a doctor. I know he was just joking about that Spectrum comment, but the more I interact with him, like that hello, that
oh yeah,
that puts him at a solid 3.5, right? I don't even know what the fucking Spectrum numbers are up to, but he's easily at a 3.5.
Now, we had a great time, Smokey, didn't we, this past weekend?
Was I with you?
Saturday for the big concert.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. We stood at Finici's for 25 minutes and didn't fucking seat us. And then as we were about to walk out the door, they were like, oh, the kitchen closes in 5 minutes. Do you want a menu? And we're like, well, no, we stood here for 20 minutes to get sat. And now as we're leaving, you're like, hey, do you want a menu? And then you tell us the kitchen. I don't want to be that guy. No, it's all right. We just sat somebody else. No, we'll leave.
So where'd you go then?
Aruga's.
Okay.
The UFC fight was on. Mark loves the UFC.
And Mark is gone. He's worse than normal this week, right? Like it's not.
If we just ignore him,
like it's not just me, right? He's worse than normal, right? Okay.
Yes.
It might be you. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I think he's taking a dip.
He's having
taking a dip.
His downers are getting to him this week.
Is Mark aware that Matt? We bought new tickets again. That Slaughter to Prevail is on that card.
Oh, I forgot. I need to send you that money.
Oh, it's no rush. Don't worry about that.
Was it 30?
It was 30 even.
Okay.
But if Mark thought Pantera was bad.
That's the main reason I wanted to go. Plus, Mark is going to be in standing room only. I'm going to force him into the pit.
My goal is to get him crowd surfed.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'll blow my back out, whatever. I'll blow my fucking heart out because I shouldn't be lifting that much, but I'll fucking do it. If I'm going out at that concert, it'll be because Mark's crowd surfing.
My heart out.
Well, you have to get just somebody around you to help you. Oh shit! Stop talking about him. He's back.
Where did everybody go? What's Tim doing over there?
Mark, did you pay Smokey for your concert ticket yet?
Mark probably hasn't paid Smokey for the Metallica concert. That was 3 weeks ago.
Mark is caught up. He is no longer in arrears.
Wow.
Well, I owe you for.
I am the rear.
I owe him for the was it Frontward Down concert we're going to.
Yes, the Frontward Down, exactly how I like them.
Yes.
Mark, I want you to look up Slaughter to Prevail at your next interval and let me know what you think about that band.
Oh, we saw them, didn't we?
You're gonna see them again.
Wait a minute, they're not playing with. No.
Yeah, they're one of the opening bands.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And Tony, get Tony to come with us. He likes Hollywood Undead. They'll be there.
He's already got tickets for the pit.
Oh, fuck us.
I texted him right when you said about getting tickets. And I said, Tone, now listen. He said, I'll be there. I said, good. You want me to get you a ticket? He said, no, I got ones in the pit.
Okay.
I said, I'll give you a pit. Touch him right in the snoot. Anyway.
Simon didn't just tell Tim to buy a $120 ticket for him before he ever even committed to it.
Wow. Tim said he'd like to.
I don't think Tim said that.
I don't think anybody would like to just do that, Mark.
$120 ticket. Now, who are we going to see? Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah. And the Hollywood Undead.
Shania.
Oh, all right. Oh, that'll be fun.
And Shania Twain.
Yes. Matt, I was in approximately the same section for Shania Twain when I saw Avril, and we're going to have a good time.
Those are good seats.
I'll tell you what, man, we're going to feel like a woman that night.
Now,
did you get done talking about Fenicis? I'm sorry, Jimmy. I dropped out.
We did. I just let them know how their service sucked the other night.
Can they seat us now, even though the kitchen closes in 5?
Kitchen closes in 5 minutes.
I know you guys have been standing there. Yeah, okay. Then freaking acknowledge me, Tim. Okay, you could have said hello, give me one of these, a couple of them, nothing.
So truthfully, what happened is me and Mark's loving daughter Lauren are like, okay, we're just going to leave. And then Mark's like, I want to chat with the bartender more. And we're like, Mark, we're leaving.
Now I decided it was time to chit chat. They knew we were there.
They did know we were there. They looked at us multiple times.
They knew we were there. Matt, they did themselves in. When we started to leave, it's like, no, we'll get you guys seated. I know you've been there for a while. And so she put her own foot right in her mouth, Tim, not the two-man Taylor, and she screwed herself over, Jim. And she said, I know you guys have been waiting.
I stopped listening to you like 3 minutes ago.
But you know where the service was quick? Arugas. Just like it is at free after party.
The place was packed. And it was very quick. It was a great chicken sandwich.
They're usually good there.
They usually are.
Tammy doesn't take.
They're usually just always above average, and I love that for them.
Yep. It's Matt or anyone else. Any more thoughts on?
I forget what even we're talking about. Oh, R-Truth, the work of R-Truth, right?
I'll just move on to the next topic.
No, I'd like your opinion, Matthew. Was it a work or was it a shoot?
It was a shoot. I said shoot.
You say shoot? I miss him.
All right.
You should. Embarrassment with your movie trivia scores, Mark. I'm just appalled.
Well, Daniel Bryan came out and said it was Peter Pan.
You said everything was the Three Ninjas.
He said it was Flubber. He said it was Flubber, but it was Peter Pan, Tim.
It was Hook.
Well, same thing. No, it's not.
No,
Hook.
it's
It's
not the
different
same
movies.
thing.
All right, it was Hook with Dustin Hoffman.
It's absolutely not the same.
He was Mumbles
from that movie, Mark.
He was Mumbles in that movie, wasn't he? Big Boy did it. Big Boy did it. When they slowed him down in the movie, Peter Pan asked him who did it. Big Boy did it. Big Boy did it. Big Boy did it.
Thinking of the Dick Tracy movie.
That was a good movie.
Was.
All right. So, also this past week, since we've last been on the air live, Monday Night Raw, Gunther defeats Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. Jey Uso's World Heavyweight title reign lasting a mere 51 days. The shortest, second shortest so far in the short lineage of the new World Heavyweight title. And I've seen some fans on social media commenting that this was a pointless title reign. Any thoughts to if the Jey Uso title reign, as Mark is either yeeting or having some sort of an episode in his chair in his living room, was this
it's just me, Jim? It's just me, Jim. Hottenstein. It's just me, Jim.
I'm so sorry to everyone listening or watching this. I really am. But was this a pointless title reign?
Did Alex make those art behind you in school?
He made back then he did. He made this one, Tim.
Pointed with the wrong finger in the same room.
He made this one, and then my loving daughter made that one, Tim. And there's Indie Girl. Isn't she a sweetie? She just got her hair cut. She had a spa day, Tim. I was upset that day. The Christmas tree fell down.
Why are we still...
Look what Indy found. Hi, boys. It's Mountjoy Mini, Tim.
Oh, my God. I thought I buried that thing in the fucking brick.
She found them in her little toy box. I'm all right. Ain't gotta worry about me. Oh, yeah, I gotta give Matt some advice. Can't you just let Matt be? Matt's all right. Don't gotta worry about Tim. Why you gotta make him upset?
One day.
He's got an appointment now at the vet.
One day we're going to do a Thursday show with no run sheet.
Yep.
And we're just going to let Mark entertain himself for 60 minutes.
Dude,
that'd be fun.
With or without a run sheet, that's what happens anyway.
I mean,
no, because with a run sheet, there's a sense of trying to get back on track where we need to just go oops, all bits episode, and Mark just Jim introduces the podcast. He asks everybody how they're doing. He pitches to Mark last, and then from about 8 minutes into the episode until the end, it's this horseshit, this horseshit, this horseshit. That guy doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Shake, 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 Sonora.
Other side.
Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it with Tim Taylor.
I'm gonna punt him in his behind. I'm done with this.
Tim's getting upset. We better go to Wrestler of the Week.
We've already done that, you dumb Mountjoy Mini.
Yeah, Jim, it really frustrates me when things like this happen because now you're taking a wrestler and their wrestling title.
The real answer is no one gives a shit.
And boy, does Triple H, he could have saved Grace if he just came out and was like, yes, we decided and we wrote that Jimmy Uso was going to lose. Nope, Jey Uso was going to lose the championship to Gunther. Instead of just being like smarky and be like, are you enjoying the show?
That was very
It just
smart.
frustrates me when things like that happen.
Well,
because then you have podcasts like 3 Count Thursday that comes on the air and they try to talk about it and try to bring legitimate entertainment to people, and the room's divided.
Legitimate. Now Devin says, I vote for that thing. I assume the stuffed whatever that Mark was holding to become the next 3 Count Thursday 24/7 champion. Well, you don't.
Yes.
You don't just make those decisions. Somebody has to beat me for it.
Jim, if you took the championship anywhere you ever went at any time,
I mean,
I know plenty of people lining up to knock Big Jim off his pedestal.
Big Jimmy needs to come off that pedestal. You know, maybe at the Summerfest at your house, Jimmy. Maybe I'll just Cosby your drink.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'll take that 24/7 title.
Boy, I thought Matt would be the one talking about Mickey this episode, not Mark.
Wow.
All right, boys, we're out.
What is that noise? I hear white noise.
What in the fuck is wrong with you?
There's white noise, Tim. Are you trying to fall asleep?
No, Mr.
Noise.
Cosby, I'm not.
Perhaps you'd like to Jello pudding pop, Tim.
Oh my God.
Please don't do your Cosby impression.
Please, yeah.
That's not. I can't.
There's very few times where I will actually tell you to legitimately stop doing something.
Curb that.
Sorry,
that's probably one you should probably legitimately stop.
So, I don't think it's a wasted title run. I think it went about 52 days longer than I thought it should have. Or how long was it? 51 days?
51.
So it went 50 days longer than
you were
I
right
thought
when you
it
said
should
52.
have. No, like the World Heavyweight Championship has always been the Lifetime Achievement Award. Mark Henry, Christian, Kane, Rey Mysterio. I can go on forever, baby.
Late stage Undertaker.
Right. It was
Hogan.
It's not the WWE title. We have a guy who's been around for forever. Let's give him the title. See what happens. Cool.
A lot of merch.
And Gunther is going to play the role of Triple H, who Triple H has the title. He loses it to a guy for 30 to 45 days. He wins it back. Then he loses it to the next guy. They hold it for about 40 days. And then they get it back. And then it comes back again.
The sad thing is you're so fucking right about that, because he's going to lose it to the guy not next week, but the guy returning next week.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oscar.
It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. And like, I'm glad Jay got the run with it that he did.
I'm glad he got a WrestleMania moment out of it.
Yeah, and like he got shirts and he got side plates and the whole deal, and it elevated him to a whole different level, and now he gets to just be an attraction, and he has now developed his honky tonk man. He can be the yeet guy forever.
Yep.
No bumps.
He is
6 letters, or 7 letters, 2 words. No bumps. Like, that's gonna be him.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Charlie welcomed you back, Matt.
Thank you,
Hi, Charlie.
Nice boy, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, it
yeah,
was.
he is what Bob Roode would have been if they pulled the trigger with Bob Roode. A really fun entrance and a short championship run, and he's still going to be a really fun entrance.
Yeah. And, he can get in there, be an Intercontinental Champion again. He could be a spot main eventer for the world title at any point. Like,
you could put him back with Jimmy and recreate the Usos, do a tag team runs. Very versatile. A huge player that the WWE has in their back pocket, but doesn't need to be the champion. I agree.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think, a short title, just because a short title reign doesn't mean it's a pointless title reign.
No, the problem is like, especially in wrestling nowadays, we're programmed that if a reign isn't long, it's bad.
That's exactly correct, and that's wrong.
And yeah, no.
Also, it's professional wrestling. Anybody should be, obviously, there's top guys, but sometimes top guys have an off night, and the top guys can lose. What's the big deal? And the championship will change hands. That's how it works.
Like,
look at the Dallas Cowboys. They were top guys there for the 90s.
They were.
Right?
Yeah.
Now they're just doing the job for everybody for the last 30 years.
It's been a long winter for the Cowboys.
You're not lying.
Look at the Patriots. The Patriots, they were all like no job for a long time.
They were. Now they're just jobbing for everybody.
Look who's jobbing.
Yeah. But it's like, to say his reign it's bad, like, or to say that it was useless, not worthless. It did what it was supposed to do, and then some. He got multiple defenses. He got a Saturday Night's Main Event out of it.
Okay, it wasn't me. I muted myself.
Yeah, it's this guy. It's this guy over here who's saying, "Oh, I hear white noise. Somebody trying to go to sleep," and it's him. He's the one hitting the buttons.
Well, what did I do?
I don't know, Mark.
Oh, bullshit us, Mark.
It's all your fault.
My own business. I don't know what that was. I heard it again. It sounded like a siren sound out in the oceans.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what are you looking at?
I don't know what you're doing.
Why do you keep looking down at your right hand, looking for the button you push from the gimmick you won at the skee ball?
God damn button pusher, you.
All I got over here is my lid to my tea.
Sure.
Oh, that's true. It's all he has. I see it.
Biggest lid ever, by the way.
Well, thank you for noticing, Jim.
Well, he drinks a fish tank full of tea.
I got a fish tank full of tea.
But yeah.
Do you drink? You drink one of them a day, right?
Oh, easy. Yes.
And that is just pure unsweetened, right? Just
correct. 0 calories.
I don't care about. You're just drinking dirt water all day long.
Dirt water. It does have a little bit of sodium. But I feel like I sweat that out right now.
Probably.
Well, it's because you haven't turned your air on yet.
No Splenda, no sugar.
Nope, I just drink it just plain. Just plain, okay? Because that's kind of what I am sometimes. I'm a plain guy.
I remember the first time I just like swigged unsweetened iced tea at like a wedding. You can obviously just get like water or like tea glasses at a wedding. And I was familiar with iced tea, like Turkey Hill iced tea. And I was like, blarp. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever drinking in the history of ever. Just
that's exactly how I feel.
And that's what Mark drinks all the time.
Especially if you go and order a sweet tea from somewhere and then you go to drink it and there is no sugar in it.
Oh.
It is equal to or worse than seeing a batch of cookies, picking up what you think is a chocolate chip cookie, and eating an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Oh, God,
kind of gets you in the doodads.
Right.
I went to Roots this weekend and they had oatmeal raisin whoopie pies.
That's
horrible. 2 oatmeal cookies with the whoopie pie in the middle. And then they had a ton, and I mean a fucking shitload of shoe fly ply whoopie pies.
Wonder why.
I stood there for like 15 minutes and warned every single person coming up. I was like, not this one. Oh, I said, no, don't. The little Amish guy was real upset, but I saved a lot of people.
You could have made him wet bottom too. How'd you like that?
I feel like you forced that there.
Yeah, you didn't need to do that. You didn't.
What was that?
I'm sick of your shit.
There's something very, very strange going on around here.
Yeah, I wonder why, Mark. I wonder why. Well, of all of our shows, this wasn't one of the more successful ones. I'll say that.
It was. Success will be determined by the viewer.
Well, we've had some comments. Wait, what is Devin? I vote for that. Oh, no.
Already seen that one.
Come on. Old news, Jim.
He said Mountjoy Many's ornery.
Cousin Brian said, I was certain it was Follow That Bird. I don't know what that was in reference to.
Probably trivia.
Well, it was a kids movie, Matt. Follow That Bird. Do you have it on DVD?
That was Sesame Street, wasn't it?
You own the digital copy of it, though.
Oh, see, yeah, it was Sesame Street.
I used to have like the soundtrack of that on vinyl growing up. That is like a memory that was way deep in the wrinkly part that I totally forgot about. But holy shit, I absolutely had that vinyl growing up. Or as I would call it at that time, a record.
Good soundtrack for following.
Oh, it's a darn good one. Mama Smokey probably picked it up at Nichols.
Probably.
Pretty good bet. Anything else for this episode, gentlemen?
Dude,
I can do a blind ranking real quick because I've still got like 37 of
Oh
them.
yeah, let's do that because you have
tell me one thing and then we all do something different.
No, that's if you misinterpret the things that I say, that's not on me. But
let's blind rank these Triple H themes.
Oh, okay.
He's had
You
more
might
than
have
five.
to. You might have to. He's had a ton of them. You might have to check them. Let's go. The first one, King of Kings by Motorhead.
I feel like
Kings.
I think that's
not my favorite. 4.
I like that. It's such a bitch answer, but I'll say 3.
I was on it 2. Tim, you got to break this tie.
This is Triple H related wrestling themes.
So instinctively, I was going to say 2. But I think I'm going to go 4.
King of Kings.
Lock it in.
Locking in at 4.
Because I can think of 3 better.
I can think of 3 that I like more.
Let's go with the Degeneration X's Break It Down by the DX Band.
2.
See,
3.
I'm willing to put this at 5 because it is not a Triple H theme, it's the DX theme.
It's a Triple H related theme, which is the topic of this blind ranking, sir.
So then we could get the Evolution theme, which would be 5 for me.
See, I think Evolution's better than the DX theme.
I would put it in the middle, right at 3.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's do this at 3 because I don't think it's the worst, but I don't think it's the best.
We put that at number 3. What about The Game by Motorhead?
2.
2.
It feels like 1 to me,
2.
but I can settle it too.
2.
There's still one that's out there that is not cracked.
This is not named yet.
We have it. I didn't know this, but this one was called Higher Brain Pattern.
what that
Yeah,
is.
you might have to look that one up. That
Okay,
one was
that
is something like that.
It's before my time. So it's the original theme, but before they added the lyrics.
Oh, okay. Is that what that was? Was
Yes.
that it became My Time?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought My Time was a totally different song.
No. Because originally that theme did not have lyrics.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that didn't have the
I
lyrics.
forgot about that one. Just like Smokey forgot about
that
Follow
was
That
on
Bird.
like a wrestling game. I feel like I remember hearing that a lot.
Yeah,
like maybe
you
WrestleMania
did.
2000
Mhm.
was like his theme for that one.
That's real close to being the Triple H theme. Still not the one I'm thinking of, but
So that 5.
I'm down with a 5.
Matt, you're the Triple H dude of the group.
I
got 1 and 5.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards 1. I'm okay with everyone being at 5.
I'm afraid that if we put this at 5, what's left is more egregious as a 1 than if we put this at 1.
What would be left that would be more egregious? Just curious.
I mean, I wouldn't put the Evolution theme at 1.
Put Evolution at 1.
The theme I'm holding out for is Ode to Joy.
Yes, me too. That's
what I'm holding out for. I don't think it's on the list.
Which one's Ode to Joy?
That was the classical song when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh, okay.
Not the dee 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 dee. It's like the one before he became, like, right before he became Triple H. Yeah, so I'm cool with putting this at 1 and then shooting ourselves in the foot that we put something good at 5. Here it is.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. King of the Ring Triple H was that song.
Part of me that thinks it's not going to be this unless Ryan's just messing with it.
Could be.
I don't know what other Triple H songs there are unless he had Higher Brain Power and My Time both listed.
We can go Higher Brain Power it.
Let's go 1 for that, and then whatever's 5, we'll just say we suck.
We're just gonna deal with it.
I think that's okay. So you have Higher Brain Power or Higher Brain Pattern at 1.
Sorry.
The Game at 2, the X's Break It Down at 3, The King of Kings by Motorhead at 4, and you have Hunter Hearst Helmsley's Blue Blood.
Good. That's a 5.
Yeah, 5. We did good.
5. I actually enjoyed Blue Blood as well. I don't for the gimmick it worked, but it's not a good theme.
Yeah, it's not. We did good.
I think y'all did real good on that one.
We finished a bad episode with a good blind ranking, so it's a success. Make sure you are following us on all of our social media. We are at 3 Count Thursday across the board. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, everywhere. YouTube as well. You can get our merchandise over on tpublic.com. So make sure you go ahead and grab that. You can always leave us a voicemail, 717-473-7833. And until next week, we are back here live too. We'll have the podcast dropping on Tuesday as well. We hope you stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.